Hi, Tim Stewart, Coach Papa here. Several years ago, actually September 10th, 2002, an individual called me and asked me if I would read a poem in a celebration for 9/11, a memorial of the first anniversary of 9/11. And I said that I would. Could I have a copy of it so I could practice it? She said, I haven't found it yet. I said, what are you looking for? And she said, I want something to say that America is at its best when things are at their worst. And I said, do you trust me? She said, yes. I called her back about a half hour later and I read this to her and she said, where did you find it? I said, I just wrote it. I want you to listen carefully, please, especially to a couple of lines in there, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. America at its best. The king was overtaxing his subjects far away. Things were really getting ugly until that fateful day when the colonists dressed as Indians descended upon the ships and tossed the tea into the sea as a cry rose from their lips. You can no longer overtax us. We have no more to give. So take your laws and leave our land. We choose to govern where we live. Things had gotten bad before, but this time was a first that saw America at its best when things were at its worst. And it started a tradition, a way of life, so to say, that has affected all Americans from then until today. Every time we get complacent and start bickering among ourselves, someone comes and tries to break us, to cast our paradise into hell. But every time they do it, they find out, like the rest, it's when things are at their worst that America is at its best. Now, this latest interruption that is known as 9/11, as they toppled the Twin Towers and sent thousands into heaven, is just one more reminder to those beyond our shore that we can be your greatest friend, or you can be no more. So take this as a warning. Those who would put us to the test, if you want to try to break us, you will find America and Americans at their best, at their best. At their best. Are we at our best right now? I want you to go back to the line. Every time we get complacent and start bickering among ourselves, is there any bickering going on today? Is there any I'm right and you're wrong happening today? Is there any division between this side and that side? Is there any division between real news and fake news? Is there any division between Republicans and Democrats? Is there any division between the House? A house divided cannot stand. There are people out there who are watching and watching carefully because they're looking for their opportunity and it's right around the corner. We are vulnerable. We are vulnerable because we're too worried about each other to pay attention to what's going on out there. Someone is planning right now to take advantage of this vulnerability. And if we don't stop bickering among ourselves, their opportunity is going to present itself. So here's my challenge. Number one, if you believe in what I've said here, please send it out, share it with someone else, share it with a bunch of someone else's, because we've got to stop this bickering. And we can do it. I believe that this is the greatest nation on the face of the earth. I believe that 90%, 95% of this country is still ready to become who we are destined to be, the greatest nation on the face of the earth. But we got to stop the bickering. We got to stop it at the top, because when the bickering's happening at the top, then we're taking sides down here. Oh, my candidate, oh, my candidate, oh, your candidate, oh, your candidate. And we're bickering here. And since we're bickering here, there's division here. There are families that are being divided. There are states that are being divided. This country is being divided because we cannot come together right now, you and me. Little soapbox time this morning, but only because I believe I believe in this country. I believe in this way of life. And I believe that I don't want to see it go away. So I'm challenging you, if you know someone who's got the power to help bring us back to the table, send this to them. Or if you don't send this to them, at least call them and say, hey, knock off the BS. And let's get back to being America. My name is Tim Stewart. I am Coach Papa, and I do approve this message. God bless. Travel safe. Make this your best day yet. Now get off the bench, get back in the game, and call someone right now. Maybe someone you've been bickering with, maybe someone who's bickering with someone at a higher level. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get this country back.